Hello everyone, welcome. Overrolled? What kind of over? I cannot read it. Hello Articus, hello Painter, hello Doomy, hello YouTube chat, hello Twitch chat. And that greeting of mine gets progressively longer with every stream. Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine, good today. Yeah, I went live on the schedule stream because there was streaming key duplication going on. I didn't know how to fix this. I didn't understand. I don't know. Never mind. You don't have to think about that. Articus, I see that you had a bad morning experience on Monday and you want to tell the story, but first of all, before you do, really think about if you really want to do it right here on the public stream, because it's a, sometimes it's easy to forget that it's a public place, not only where your friends are. And second, make sure that it doesn't get me in trouble. Never mind if no morning or no. Not the morning, but you said Monday morning of mine. You really got those us are writing in this. Ah, that's cool. I'm hype. Hype for the toast. We'll start the game shortly. I don't really expect for many people to stick around for this game because, well, it's a visual novel, story-focused game. It's like episode 9 or 10 right now. Even if I do provide the recap, I doubt that many will read that. So, but I plan to make some progress today in the game, and regardless if anyone is watching, I will go through to the end of the game. I think we're like past the halfway point of the game, so I hope we will like go closer to the ending today. But yeah, I don't expect good viewership today. Just ask my friend to shorten the day. He brought the most bad smelling and spicy food from a Chinese, and the smelly spots for me, and from them they don't mind. For shortening the bad day. I really struggle right now understanding your story. Chinese food smelled bad. That's all I got from this story. Let me open the game. Yesterday my friend had a birthday, so I went to his house and we played board games all day. I won at poker. I'm doing surprisingly at poker, playing with them. I should go to the casino so I lose all my money or something. Did you guys ever gamble? Did you ever gamble? I didn't really, aside from the home games. It was too spicy for you, Articus. Oh, you gambled in Roblox. I should just do gambling streams, you know, guys. Fuck morals, just gamble on stream so the gambling sites promote me and give me a shit ton of money for that. That's the quick way to money. You gambled in game. 50. Hello, Kirill. You gambled 50 euros in loot boxes in Counter-Strike, so yes. I was thinking more about traditional gambling. With a lot of sweets. I dislike sweet things. I mean, not dislike, but I don't have a sweet tooth. I like my sweets subtle. Like I like a little bit of sweetness, but like I like mild sweetness. Unfortunately, most of the cakes are too sweet for me. I wish they weren't. Never but love boxes gambling slow. Yes, they are, but I was thinking about traditional ones, where you gamble for money. I never gambled for money. Even in games, yeah. I mean, I opened a few cases, but I think I had them like... I just got some keys for them for free or something. Hello, Mac! Good to see you here, welcome. Wait, is your profile picture from a game? Let me see it closer. Why is my chat not updating? You gambled for money as a kid once with real money. Ooh. Yeah, from one shot. I'm looking at it right now. I think I might play one shot on stream one day. Hello, David. Good to see you. Would you guys like me to see me play one shot? I have it in my wish list on Steam. I put it there because it seems like it would be fun. Good to see me too. Oh, that's great. I'm happy that you're happy to see me. Yeah, birthday went fine. It was fine. We played a lot of games, board games. Today my mind is a little bit like instead of a brain, I feel like I have a rock in my head, you know? This is this kind of day. It's not like it hurts, but it's feels like my brain is working slowly. Is Twitch empty? There is Doomy there on Twitch. So yeah, let's hope my brain improves as the streams goes on. Right now, let's just play the game, play the story. Don't tell Poppy this, but me and Mac are actually the same person. Ooh, uh-oh. Mac, do you confirm? I don't know, is it more misinformation? I'm drinking coffee right now, David. We don't do that to me. Don't do it. Articus got bonked really hard for doing that from Poppy. I'm more lenient, but I will bonk you if you keep doing that. You might have drank coffee again. Yeah, drink it. I like it. I like the taste. So yeah, Doomy, if you keep switching accounts, Articus previously when he was changing accounts, he really distressed Poppy, and it wasn't a pleasant experience for her, and it's not a pleasant experience for most streamers, so don't do it. Just I'm going to let go of that right now, but just keep that in mind. Now? No, this one. No, actually. Alright. Let me adjust my sitting position. So, this is Raging Loop. It's been like 2 weeks since we last played. Recap of the previous episodes is in the description. If you have any questions, please ask. It's been for me a while as well, so I don't exactly remember what we were doing last time. So we have to get adjusted for that. How long is one playthrough in this game? Judging by the what internet told me, like 30 hours. But obviously playing it on stream and talking with chat extends the playtime. Why does that art style remind you of Danganronpa? That's easy because of the vibrant colors of blue and red specifically. Let's go back. Where was our last 10:15, 10:15, 10:15? Okay. 10:15. 10:15 was the last date. And last 21:55. 22:09. 22:15. No, 20. Okay, I think this one is the earliest, the latest. Okay, yes, that's safe. Articos, you can just go and look at Twitch. I'm not really getting followers there. Nothing changed since last time you asked. Oh, Jesus. Alright, what were we doing here, guys? So, mother of this guy died last time, that I remember. Shitsugo-kun had caught up with me. Yasunaga-kun in tow. Painter, I told you repeatedly that don't ask me questions out of context. It's annoying, frankly. I don't know how to answer to you. I don't have context. We were, it's a fun bit once in a while, but every stream you keep asking me out of constant questions. I don't have any other. I'm going crazy, Painter. What am I supposed to answer? I don't know. Ah, you don't hear anything. Thank you for telling me. I'm gaining sand. I don't know.
僕だって悲しいさ。絶望だってしてる。だけど僕は考えなきゃならないんだよ。 母さんの無念を晴らすために。よく考えて、よく勉強して偉くなれ。父さんの無念を晴らすために。そう母さんに言われてきたからな。お前はいいよな。そんなのなくてさ、好き放題に生きて、母さんにいっぱい構ってもらえて。結局、僕はこんな、子供みたいなことにずっとこだわって、延々悩みながら、ここまでやってきた。それでもいつか、お前が大人になって、母さんも理性的になって、こんなわだかまり全部なくなるだろうって。もう、無理だな。
I might not speak today that much, because they are speaking for me. I think new people might not know, because I gained since that we started. Last time we played this, I gained some new viewers. So yeah, guys, I'm not going to speak that much because I don't want to, speak over them. And sometimes I don't have meaningful commentary, to stop. Because things are self-explanatory. And I want to do a good progress today with this story. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I don't want to just stop too much.
虚しいよ。
頼むからよ。そんなこと言わねえでくれよ、兄貴。もう母ちゃんはいねえんだぞ。俺らがひねくれた時に何か言ってくれる母ちゃんはいねえんだよ。兄貴がひねくれててどうすんだよ。
僕は母さんの無念を晴らす。この母さんの指の形が何なのか考えて割り出して母さんの仇を撃つ。
Fingers? There was something about fingers I don't remember.
それでお役御免だ。
母ちゃんはお前のこと好きだったよ。俺はな、逆に兄貴にムカついてた。母ちゃんは俺にお前の話ばっかする。俺以外にも、いや、一人の時も。
No, we have CG. I'm just admiring the artwork. His jaw in this one is significantly more pronounced and childlike than in his sprite.
寮暮らしの兄貴は知らねえだろうけどな。母ちゃんは最近ずっと親父の写真に独り言言ってたんだ。全部お前のだ。
嘘だ。
嘘じゃねえ。母ちゃんはお前の方が好きだったんだよ。当たり前だ。兄貴の方がいいに決まってる。だから母ちゃんは俺にこんなこと押し付けてよ。チクショー！
Chicha! Suddenly he pushed me aside and went forward and reached for her body.
おい、何してるんだ！
母ちゃん、ごめん！
Al choked up, he screamed and opened his dead mother's mouth. What?
くそ！ねえ！
よし、すぐやめろ！何か飲み込んでいるのか？
Sengaku's eye widened at my question, while Shitsugo-kun reached for the wound on her neck.
母ちゃん。あった。
What he took out was something small and covered in blood. He cleaned it with his fingers, exposing something transparent. Apparently, it was something covered in food wrapping.
兄貴、開けろよ。母ちゃんが死ぬかもしれねえから、その時は死体かっさばけって。そんで、出てきたもんを兄貴に渡せって。やっぱり母ちゃんは兄貴の方が好きだったろうが、目覚ましやがれ！
夫妻子、さん、 すみません。開いてもらえませんか？手が震えて、ちょっと。
I felt apologetic. I probably wasn't even supposed to be here in the first place, so I would at least do this much. So I could do at least this much. The wrap had a rolled piece of paper inside. When I unrolled it, I realized just how small it was. There was tiny but legible writing on it. The wrap protected any damage caused by blood or saliva, so I could read it clearly. Rikako Amatsu, Chiemi Serizawa, Chikamo Shida, Miaiko Oder. Please read this together. You too. I knew you were concerned about my attitude. I wanted Yasunaga to show what he's capable of somewhere far away from this dreadful place, and I would be too worried if I didn't have Yoshitsugu at my side. I came this far with such thoughtlessness, but it doesn't seem like I will survive this night. So please understand this much. I loved both of you more than anything in the world. Please forget everything aside from that and have a fun, brotherly life, mother. This wasn't something I could read for them. I just spread it out and put it on the simple dresser on my side.
二人で読むようにとのことだ。僕はここから出るけど、最後に少しだけ、ご遺体に触れることを許してくれ。
They didn't say a word and I took that as a yes. I walked up to the remains. Again, I checked that the wounds on the palms were facing down. The right hand thumb's index finger and middle finger were up, while on the left it was only the thumb. I looked into the wound Yoshitsugu could reach into and extended my finger towards it. I opened it up and examined the cut. There was just one large tube.
なるほど。なるほど。
Naruhodo what? I don't naruhodo.
僕はもういい。下で、他のみんなと待ってる。
Okay. Articles. What I would think if you had mod powers. I do not understand this question. In what way? What does that mean? If you had mod powers, that mean that I would give them to you. Then that means I would probably like you and trust you to be responsible. But if you got them outside of me, like you just got them on your own somehow, I would be worried. Why do you have that? How's that happen? Like, it's a very confusing question, Articus. You're confusing me. You're really interested in the story because the MILF died? Yeah, the loop was raging indeed. Welcome, Lulz. How are you doing? Can you get the mod powers? No. Not for no reason. You're good? I'm good. Just today is a little bit kinda weird day for my brain. Doesn't want to think. Oh, thank you for the headpads. Takumi-san was standing at the entrance to the dining hall, along with everyone else. He was armed with a farming tool, while Kanzo-san had a hunting knife. It was obvious that they walked around all of Yasumiza and woke everyone up. Hello, the most fabulous, gracious, beautiful, like your nick is too long, I cannot read all of that. Welcome again, welcome back. Lulz, have you played this game? This visual novel? Play is a little bit strong of a word. Read it. Thus they understood the situation. The Oribe brothers, and I miss them because we left our houses earlier than they come to us. They'd probably woken up early because they were worried about their mother. Takumi-san wasn't saying a word. He just cast his eyes down and tightly pressed his lips. He vehemently ignored his urge to run to Kaori-san, as a man who wouldn't, or was too late to become their father, he thought he had no right to step into their family matters. It was a tragedy, from start to finish.
おはようございます。皆さん、こんな時でなんですが、大体全部わかりました。二人が降りてきたら、最後の宴を開くことを提案します。
Final feast? Wow! Are they ready? It took a whole hour. I didn't hear any loud noises from upstairs the entire time. That was why, when they came downstairs with red eyes, we all understood that they'd been quietly crying. Everyone silently agreed with my proposal, and we all went to the hall. Oh, we're going into this today. We all had our sake, and the eldest among us spoke.
宴を始める。
Yasunaga-kun instantly raised his hand.
いいですか。特に夫妻子さん。
Oh, he's determined.
構わないよ。
では、僕は植松里香子と鴨志田鹿持を狼として告発する。
I don't remember. I know we checked for Chiemi Kamochi and we know he's a wolf. I don't know why he's promoting Rikako. It's been... We took too long of a break. Maybe even 3 weeks by this point.
待て、植松のことは信じたんじゃなかったのかよ。
蛇である夫妻子さんが死にそうなのを見捨てずに助けたということは信用につながりますが、絶対じゃない。
Articles, we already had this discussion.
むしろそれで夫妻子さんに取り入れ、昨晩の蛇の籠による正体確認の対象から逃れられるかもしれない。
確かに、僕は昨晩、吉次君を調べた。
Why are we not on the trial screen? Why are we just looking at the wall? Is it going to be that short?
俺を疑ったのかよ。
結果は
人だった。
でしょうね。これで正体不明なのは植松里香子、芽子、それに知恵姉とモッチーだけになった。
That's kinda true.
しかし、残る絞り込みは、今朝遺体で見つかった僕の母、織部香織が行ってくれた。
He reached into his pocket and took out the letter from before. Kaori-san's final words. Everyone came close and read it. Some began to choke up and cry. But everyone knew that what mattered right now wasn't the message she'd left to the brothers. Rikako Uematsu, Chiemi Serizawa, Chikamochi Kamoshida, Meiko, Oder.
この部分はどういう意味かね。
これは間違いなく母さんの筆跡で、母さんから見た怪しい人間が並べてあるんです。
Yeah.
蛇の籠等で正体が定まってない知恵姉、モッチー、植松さん、芽子、母さん自身は除いてある。義継も抜かれているのは、母さんが義継を信じたってことでしょう。夫妻子さんが実は狼だったとかそういう時は一応カバーできるようにその他の項目も置いてある。まあその他の場合は夫妻子さんが嘘をついていたことが明らかなので、こちらも大きなヒントにはなる。母さんはこれでメッセージを残した。
待ちたまえ。これだけだと単なる名前の羅列に過ぎないが、 どう読み解けというのかね。
Like, only because she found people suspicious doesn't mean anything really by itself. We know, I think she had the power over the crow to check if someone we killed was the wolf or not, but otherwise I don't really remember.
母さんの手の立てられた指の数です。皆さんに見てもらうことはできなかったですが、母さんの遺体の指は少し変な形になってた。久石さん、吉次、母さんの手がどうなっていたか覚えていますよね。
The right was clenching the pinky. Okay, I'm going to replicate it for my own hands. The right was clenching the pinky, the ring. No, the pinky and the ring finger. How do you do that? How do you clench the pinky and the ring finger with your hand? Like, you have to basically break your bones in your fingers to do that. Or is it saying that those were the only fingers clenching? So you're doing a gun with your hand. I think that must be it, right? Well, the left was clenching all besides the thumb. Okay, yes. Okay, so left is thumbs up. You did better, but yeah, I didn't think that meant. Okay, now I understand. The left was thumbs up and the right was a gun finger. But with the two fingers, like a thick barrel. So it's a 4? Or a 1 and a 3?
右手が3本、左手が1本立てられていたね。
ああ、間違いねえ。
指の数で狼を指定したってことか。
そう。いざ狼が入ってきた時にはもうこんなメッセージを残してる余裕はない。だからあらかじめ紙に書いて飲み込んで。
紙おいしくないよ。
What the fuck? I never knew. Paper isn't tasty? What the fuck? That's revelation. I mean, there is an edible paper. I think in many Asian sweets are wrapped in rice paper. That is, you can eat. So, not true. You've eaten regular paper? Well, I think everyone eaten a little bit of it when I was a kid, yeah, you know.
黙って猫。お姉ちゃん怖い。
そこまでしなきゃならなかったってことかよ。
ここで考えなければならないのはハルちゃんの時のこと。
Pepper is really tasty. This is why I don't like the orphan. What? Ah, this orphan here. Painter agrees that paper is tasty. With paper with burger ink arc that you made. Ah, you're that poor. Understand? You just draw your own food and then eat it, imagining that you're eating the food. I know how it is.
彼女は母さんの時と同じく布団の上でひどい殺され方をしていた。母さんの時は周りが荒らされてたけど、それは
俺が暴れたんだよ。
そう。基本的には何らかの方法で抵抗ができない状態でああやって殺されたか、殺された後で遺体を傷つけられた。
You ate a lot of paper. Okay, maybe don't eat a lot of paper anymore, please. I think your guts will hate you for it.
つまり死の前後はほとんど行動の自由が利かない状況で、なおかつ狼の目があるわけです。この状況では普通死にそうな人がメッセージを残せるなんて思わない。 そこに穴があった。
なるほど。そりゃ床に血文字とか残せるわけはないよね。狼に気づかれたらすぐ消されちゃう。
そう、
Aha,
大きな情報は残せない。
I see articles.
だけどこうやって情報を別のところに書いておけば、それを指定する最低限の情報を残すことでことは足りる。母さんの場合は指を立てるという方法で、狼はそれに気づかなかった。こんな方法で読み意味の宴のルールの穴をつけるとは思っていませんでした。僕の頭が硬かったのは確かでしょう。無理そうなことには挑戦しなかった。でも母さんは違った。
Wow, the MILF is built different.
こんなものを飲み込んでまでメッセージを残そうとする母さんの執念がほころびをついたんです。以上です。
てめえ植松、やっぱてめえが殺したんじゃねえか。
昨日くくっちまうべきだったってのか。
違います。違います。
休みにしてはなんか雑じゃないかな。そんだけで僕とりっちゃんが犯人？
そうです。私は自分が狼でないと知っています。である以上、
I still don't understand the
オリベ
fingers.
様の指は
I will be honest.
何かの間違いとしか。
Why does a gun and a thumbs up point to Rikako when she was the first one on the suspicion list?
または読み方が違ってるとか。実は折ってる指の方を数えるんじゃないの？
そうなるとちえみとめいこ全く逆の結論になるな。
Yeah, wait. Is there do we have that list here? Yeah, Rikako was first. Counting up, maybe? Or no, first and the third, alright. The thumbs up and the finger gun.
メイコは狼ではありません。私も狼ではありません。織部義継様が人なのならば、残る芹沢様と鴨志田様が狼です。織部様の指は勘違いでしょう。何言ってるの？私違うよ。
なんかしっくりこないからさ。ぶっちゃけハッサンが狼とか真面目に考えるべきだと思う。
They looked at me with suspicions. Apparently, even almost dying from poison wasn't enough to earn their unconditional trust. I'm still confused why are we looking at a wall instead of having, you know, as always, the circle, sitting around in the circle image.
収集がつかねえぞ、ヤス。
迷うことはなく、狼は植松里香子と鴨志田近持です。
I'm not sure about Rikako.
メッセージの信憑性を補強する何かがあるのかね。
We haven't really seen a lot from Serizawa this run, so I think that might be her.
言いたくはなかったけどさ、鳥兜が使われた段階でお前のことがよぎったよ。
ああ、なるほど。
野里か。
確かに我々は毒草の扱いも家で手ほどきを受けるがね。
春明さん、覚えてたらでいいんですが、毒を盛られた時、葉っぱみたいなものは食べましたか？
I'd been on guard, so of course I remembered.
大きめに刻んだネギと白菜は入ってたと思うけど、変なものは見えなかった。
そうでしょう。一応あの後みんなで残ってたお椀を見ましたが、鳥兜がそのまま入ってたってことはなかった。だから鳥兜の汁とか毒を抽出したものとか、そういうのが使われたはずなんですよ。そういう発想ができるのは野里清之助さんか野里家の元跡取りで薬草や毒草に詳しい彼しかいないと思うんです。
The reminded me that last time Kaori-san put just the cut leaves, and Kiyonosuke-san instantly noticed.
そっかな。みんな渦の見分け方くらいわかるでしょ。汁を絞って使うくらい思いつくんじゃない？
どうして言ってくれないんだよ。僕じゃないってさ。
いや、僕じゃないって。見てよこの細腕。これで死体を切り刻むなんてとても。
どうして母さんが切り刻まれたって知ってるんだ。
Everything seemed to grind to a halt. Yasunaga Uribe glared at his ex-friend with both anger and a bit of grief. Chikamoshida looked back at him with a poker face.
じゃあやはり香織さんのメッセージは正しい。
ええ。
鴨志田様、嘘でしょ。
はい、ストップ。
I got some looks that could kill, but I had to do it. Everything depended on it.
安永くんの道筋は大体正しいと思うし、香織さんの功績というのは確かに果てしないと思う。けど、ちょっと読み解いておくべきことが足りてないように思う。
何でしょうか。遠慮なく言ってもらっていいですよ。
Ignoring his somewhat antagonistic tone,
香織さんの遺体について、さっき話に出たように、顔と手以外の全身に切り傷がつけられているような状態です。
For a second I had like a blanked out mind. You understand, guys? Like for a second I was like, what? What am I doing? What am I? Who am I? Do I sometimes have that moment, like randomly? You're just here. For a second there I was like, I don't know, I was really having trouble to focus my thoughts. Like school, not listening but sometimes listening. I understand. This time I just had like more blank, just nothing for a second there.
ここでまず一つ。なぜ顔と手は残された？はるちゃんの時は顔は残されたけど、手は完全にやられていた。
I felt bad about making them remember they didn't want to, but I had to no choice.
顔はまあわかる気はするんですよ。こんな殺し方だと顔が残った方がかえって残酷だ。でも手はどうかな。指なんて一番切り刻みやすい部位だ。どうしてこれが残された？
That's true.
まるでわざとダイイングメッセージを残そうとしたみたいに見えませんか？
わざと？
うん。先に結論を言うと、このメッセージは狼の捏造です。
待てやおら、あれ間違いなくおふくろの字だったっつーな。
うん、それは間違いないと思うよ。香織さんは確かに安永くんが言った計画であれを飲み込んだんだろう。
I'm denying that message from View Painter on Twitch. And for those out of the contact, I just had a message. Never mind.
それを万一の時に取り出すよう吉次君にことづけたんだよね。
Are you stupid? I've said I'm denying this message and I'm supposed to repeat that message. Nothing too bad. Let's not pay attention to that, alright? What they were saying, I got distracted. Sorry if I sounded mean there, Arte, because it was just like I was asking me this. Okay.
ああ、そうだ。
ここにも穴があって内緒話は必ず漏れると僕は思ってるんですが、確率の話をしても仕方ないからやめて。
Again, I'm trying to focus my thoughts, but I'm having troubles today, guys.
問題は今回の殺し方ではメッセージは残せないってところにあるんですよ。
どういうこった？抵抗できないってのは指一本動かせなかったはずってことか？
それはわかりません。そうかもしれないし違うかもしれない。だからそれもやめて、ここで話を聞きたいのは野里さんです。
私かね。
はい。腕の内側を深く切り刻まれた状態で手を握り込むことはできますか？
それは不可能だな。指の第一関節と第二関節を曲げる筋肉は手のひらじゃなく腕につながっている。
香織さんがもし指の形をああした後で切られたのだとすれば、筋が断たれて手は開いたはずだ。
Would it open? Wouldn't it stay clenched?
逆に切られた後で指をああしようと思っても指をもう握り込むことはできない。
そんな。あ、そうか。だから腕の傷が下向きになっていたんだ。
そうだったのか？
ええ。腕だけこう傷口を伏せたように下向きになってたんです。つまり母さんは指が握り込めないから腕をなんとか動かして床で挟み込んで。
Alright. So she still did that herself.
無理があると思わないか？あそこまで腕をぐちゃぐちゃにされて腕を動かせたと考える方が。
それは
まあこれも確率論。いいでしょう。五分五分ってことにしておきましょう。今のところは不自然なだけな点が指が無傷なこと、指が握られていたこと、密談が漏れなかったこと、この3点。
Right.
加えて明らかに奇妙な点が一つ。遺体の首にも傷はあった。もちろん深いものだけど骨までは見えていなかった。
Yeah, not injured neck.
断面には大きな管が一つだけ見えた。野里さん、喉の部分を切って一番最初に見える大きな管は何ですか？
気管？
吉次君は気管から包みを取り出したことになるんです。呼吸する時の息が通る道ですよ。
So the paper was stuffed there. Okay. Haruaki noticed that, so it leads to me believe that he knows mathematical knowledge to some level at least. And we've seen him do it through the game a few times already, like examining the bodies, and being good with gore and blood, and understanding some anatomical medical knowledge. I really want to know who this guy is really. Is he there was a brief mention of a serial killer, and I'm starting to think that Haruaki might be the guy. I don't know, he's just crazy. But in a subtle way.
そんなところに物が詰まればすぐに窒息していたでしょう。そんなことができたはずがない。
それはそうだ。赤反射というものもある。物を飲み込むなら物は普通は気管の奥の食道を通って胃に落ち着くはず。
ちなみに彼女はハルちゃんの時と同じく大量に血を吐いています。おそらく殺害の時、吐血とともに手紙は出てきてしまった。それを狼は見たんでしょうね。手紙は本物だが後から喉に仕込まれたんですよ。解剖学的な知識のない狼の手によってね。
So I think they just noticed that she got the information wrong and decided to run with it.
それじゃあ。
そう。手が無傷だったのは狼が誤ったメッセージを伝えるためにわざと残したんだ。腕の傷が逆だったのは逆にして床と挟み込まないと指の数が固定できなかったから。もう亡くなってたわけだからね。ちなみに狼は彼女が手紙を飲み込むって密談を事前に聞いていて注意深く探した可能性はあります。この狼は遺体の損壊にかなり執心していますね。全身くまなく破壊することで死者のメッセージが万一にも残らないようにという意図もあるように僕は思います。恐ろしく抜け目がなく狡猾な狼だと僕は思いますね。
A bit tired of talking, I fell silent for a moment and no one spoke up in my place. Well, I'm completely opposite. I'm not tired of talking because he talks for me. In fact, I constantly, while streaming this story, I feel a little bit awkward for not reading. At the same time, it would be way too much reading for me, but I'm just feel like I'm not contributing enough, you know, guys. But at this point, I just want to finish it, but because I still really enjoy it. They were all at a loss for words.
だから結局香織さんの指のサインは誤情報。これで狼を断罪するわけにはいかない。牧島勘三さん、かつての宴で死者がメッセージを残すことはありませんでしたか？
年寄りはみんな口を揃えておった。死人の口が言うのはよもつ狼が言わせた嘘じゃ。
Ah, that's true, that's true. There you had it. I like those words. They were on theme with the story too.
ダーイングメッセージは当てにはならない。このことを証明してくれただけで香織さんの功績は計り知れない。
わかりました。納得しました。僕の知らない知識をもってすれば確かにおかしい点はあったのでしょう。じゃあ狼は誰なんですか？さっきモッチーが口を滑らせたのは
Mochi
一体
still
何だ
is
った
the
んです
wolf.
か？
正解はすでに出ている。リカ子さん、さっき何て言いました？
織部義継様が人なのであれば私とメイコは人ですから。残る鴨志田近持様と
Wait.
芹沢千恵美様が。
Why? If Yoshitsugu Oribe-sama is a human, then I and Meiko are human as well. Why? I don't remember anything connecting this line of thought. Her words were slow, as always, and so was everyone else's reaction. Slowly, they turned to Chiemi, who'd almost never faced suspicion this whole feast.
嘘だよね。だってそれは私だって信じたくないけど、リカ子さんだって確定じゃないから可能性あるよね。
Then I would let her do the talking.
リカ子さん、あなたは本当は雲の加護を受けてませんね。
はい。
I knew it, naturally. The impact of the odd revelation was great. You could tell by just looking at everyone's shocked faces.
本物の雲は誰ですか？
メイコです。
お姉ちゃん、いいの？
ええ。私は春明様を信じます。
私雲。お腹になんかお姉ちゃんのこれ書いてあったよ。
She pointed at Rikako's son's brooch.
なんでそんな。もしかしてカゴの印を見たんですか？
とんでもない。それは汚れを受けるに値する重い禁忌です。しかし藤吉の暗がりを見張るネヤのはしためとして、この時期に万一霧が立ってこの子が巻き込まれるならば、まだ字も読めないこの子が失敗せぬよう、私が力を貸せるように言い聞かせておいたのです。
印覚えたよ。
Smart kid.
さっきから何を書いてるんだい？
こっちがね、お守り。
お守り？
それでね、クモさんだったら足痛くなるの。
Huh? Like serce hard?
お姉ちゃん、お布団で転んだ。
後でおまじないを。ヘビさんだったら、
目が痛くなる。
カラスさんだったら、
お腹痛くなる。
狼さんだったら、
頭痛くなる。
Riko was talking way more than usual. She probably wanted to call out during the feast, but we never gave her a chance to.
サルさんだったら、
その時は言わなくていい。
You still hide the orphan? But it's a sheep! It's a sheep child. Do you hate Articus too?
サルの時は私が身代わりに名乗り出ることはできませんから。
なるほど。しかしメイコは雲として守る相手を決めるときに紙に字は書けたのかよ。
それは私が書いて持たせました。
カゴの指定は直筆じゃなくてもいいのか？
わからなかったので真似をして書かせました。
ひらがないっぱい覚えた。
You just don't like kids. Alright.
この辺りこそが読み意味の宴の掟の穴かもしれません。昼の間の密談はバレる。隠したつもりの情報は必ず露見する。しかしその情報自体を事前に暗号化していれば、
狼の手に渡っても解読できない。そもそも情報かどうかも理解されない。さらに言えばこんな幼い子が掟に挑んでいるとは誰も思わない。
When you looked at it as a game, it was clearly unfair. However, when our lives were on the line, we couldn't really care about that.
とにかくリカ子さんは確かに雲ではなかったが、雲の代言者として実際に肝臓さんを一度守ったんです。
あの時は牧島肝臓様が最も重要に見えましたので。でも牧島春様は予想できませんで。
仕方ねえ。雲は一回でも守れりゃ上等だ。
Spider that protects one is a good spider. One? One who?
おかしいと思ったんだ。雲の籠者は基本的に名乗り出るメリットはない。候補が2人出てくるのは異常だった。
That was true, but with the old wolf guy being the other candidate, I really couldn't understand why it had happened. Still, there was no point in thinking about that in this loop.
僕は彼女の意図を初日の投票の時、メイコではなく自分に投票しろという彼女の言動から推測しました。おそらく彼女はメイコの盾となって、いざとなったら名乗り出てカゴ者を生かすつもりなのだと。そして メイコが狼だった時の不調まで聞いていたということは。
はい。彼女を殺して私は汚れを受ける所存でした。
Some kids remind me of the juvenility of this world and its incapability to evolve. But the orphan doesn't give me that feeling. I just hate her for some reason, no reason. Well, that's a deep reason to hate kids, I guess. In general, although I don't think you're exempt would be the word, I guess, for being juvenile. I don't think we are here.
それを知ってたので、僕の中では昨日の段階で容疑者は3人に絞り込めてました。あとはこの中で人を確定させられれば残り2人の狼が確定する。
消去法かね。狼を1人確定させても最後の1人が決まらんわけだ。
そうか。じゃあ夫妻子さんは一番怪しくなさそうなものとして義継を加護の対象にしたんですね。
That's how it works.
まあね。
俺を疑ってたんじゃなかったのか。
さて、ここまで聞いてこれがよくできた作り話だと思いますか？そして消去法の上残った2人は自分が狼でないということのこれに勝る弁明ができますか？
もしそうならどうして僕は香織ママの嘘情報でも狼ってことにされてたのさ。
そうだ、そこがわからん。どうして狼は近持ちが狼だと本当の情報を混ぜる必要があった？
彼がおとりだからですよ。皆さん、彼はどうやって僕に毒を盛ったと思います？
そうだ、それは結局不明のままだ。だから織部夫人が疑われたのだ。彼女しか君を狙える者がいなかった。
Yeah, we would be on to Chikamochi anyway, so they put it in him just to be like the information would seem more valid. You envy the kids, they have the time to walk around carelessly from the reality, but they have potential to become greater and better than us if they don't get influenced by brain rot, just saying. You're right, Articus. Good thing my streams are not brain rot, right? Right? They are not brain rot, right?
そうなんですよ。彼女以外にありえないんです。僕を狙ったものなら。
そうか、そういうことか。
Wait, no, I don't understand. She was the only one who could target you. Wait, yes, she's the only possible option. If you're aiming specifically for me anyway. But they weren't aiming at me.
誰でもよかったのか。
正解。あれは僕を狙ったんじゃなくて、死ぬのは誰でもよかったんですよ。
待て待て、どういうことだ。お前が蛇だから狙われたんだろ。
それが考え違いの元なんですよ。たまたま毒の塗られた器が僕に回っただけです。おそらく彼は昨日のいつかのタイミングで食器に毒を塗った。一番上のやつに一滴垂らしたとかだけかもしれません。その程度ならばチャンスはいくらでもあったでしょう。そして食事となった時、狼はなんとなく雑談でもしながら料理には手をつけず様子を見る。自分たち以外の誰かが毒を食らえばそのタイミングで口をつけるかつけてたことにする。多分あの時は場が混乱してたから全員が確実に料理に口をつけてたかはもう証明できないでしょう。もし誰も毒を食らわなければ自分たちの皿に毒が回ってきているから気分が悪いとか理由をつけて食べなきゃいいわけで。
Okay, I see.
とにかくこうすることで人の陣営を一人減らせる。発言力の強い 牧島さん、匠さん、安永くん、立場が微妙な野里さん、自称雲のRikakoさん、蛇のカゴ車である僕。
Yeah, they had a good chance of killing someone important.
人の多くが狼にとって殺す価値のある人材であると言えます。そしていざ毒殺されれば、それは調理した本人であり、唯一個人を狙える立場にあった香織さんが疑われる。自称カラスである香織さんがね。
じゃあお前が死にかけたのは。
完全なる偶然でしょうね。しかしちょうど僕が蛇だと明かした直後で効果はてきめんでしたね。
Like how everyone is silent when it comes to Raging Globe. Well, I'm not a big fan. I would like you guys to see you guys chat more and comment on the game. But I understand the reality of it, that it's a long game or a long story, and people don't really pay attention. So I understand that. And I cannot interact with you guys on off-topic things because I'm trying to focus on the story, so that's all understandable. I'm just playing it more for me, for myself than for you guys, because I want to see the end of it. I thought it would go by faster, but unfortunately it doesn't.
「あれでもし僕が死んでいたら、きっと狼は香織さんを夜殺さず、今日この場でくくっていたでしょう。」
I took a few breaths. Everyone's silent probably because they were reflecting on the way they suspected her yesterday.
しかし結果的に僕は死ななかった上に、植松さんのその不思議な力によって彼女の信頼度も高まってしまった。である以上、植松さんはきっと雲として僕を守るでしょうから、夜には殺せない。Rikakoさんを殺すことも考えたでしょう。ただRikakoさんは常々証明されているように、藤吉での立場が極めて悪い。ちえみちゃんとRikakoさんのどちらをくくるかって話になった時に、まずRikakoさんがくくられるってほどには。だから昼に殺せばいい。そうなるとカラスのカゴ車である香織さんの方を殺してしまおう。この辺りの順位付けが妥当かどうかはともかくとして、この2人がこういう風に考えてもおかしくはないと思います。で、話がだいぶ離れたんですが、1日2人以上の殺人は汚れの対象です。
Yeah, that's true. That's what I don't understand. Is poisoning and not a killing if you don't know who you're killing, if it's random?
つまり鴨志田親持は覚悟の上で毒を持った。
Renpi? What does that Renpi mean?
というかおそらく毒を持ったのが野里家の敗着である自分だとバレることも織り込み済みでことに及んだ。基本的に狼は全員生き残るなんてまずできないんですよ。しかしなぜか彼らは固い結束の上、中で犠牲者を決めて突撃させる。語りに、あるいはルール破りにね。
The type of game I'm playing right now. Yeah, but what does Renpi mean? I don't know this word.
鴨志田親持はそういう役回りです。だから今日香織さんの遺言に従ってくくられる覚悟はしていたでしょう。しかし今日Rikakoさんをくくれれば、今夜僕を殺して場をめちゃくちゃにして生き残れる可能性はあった。
Yeah, If Rikako-san would be hanged, they could kill me then, or Haruaki, and then survive.
そういう賭けだったんじゃないですかね。残念ながら負けですが。
ね
You don't know it. Okay. I will say that. Is it brain rot? Is it the TikTok mind? Or is it the short-term attention span articles that you were just talking about, that you don't like games where there is, you know, long plot, complicated plot? He looks down with a hard smile, gathering everyone's attention. You're the top 10% for the most ignorant citizens. You promise not to stop saying random stuff. This one wasn't too bad because you're not asking me a question.
やっぱそれ一方的じゃないかな。ハッサンやりっちゃんが本物だってのも決まってないわけだしさ。
Brought up something which been over already, and since that was all they had left.
それに香りママの指だってまだああやって読むのが正しいのかも。
もっち、もういいよ。苦しいよ、さすがに。
Cringe horse.
じゃあ、
うん。やるとしようよ。
Oh Jesus, they just have guns. They could have just done that from the start, I guess. Do you like girls that look like this? They look badass. Do you like girls that have this look in their eyes? Yes, obviously you do. Everyone here had a certain hope. They believed that if exposed, the wolves would admit it and give themselves in. It would be too late for them to keep struggling after all. Certainly, they would attack the humans head on. Certainly, their ex-neighbors wouldn't be that malicious and murderous. I couldn't blame them for their optimism. I was the only one who knew how badly Kaori Orbie changed last time. Sure, I should have been the one to take care. However, even I could be taken off guard. I knew that the current wolves were wicked, but I thought it was because of the Chikamoshida, the boy with unusual tendencies and devilish intuition. I knew that she could use a gun, but I didn't expect her to whip one out right in front of us. She was the girl who told me to leave her and run, despite the invisible god terrorizing her. The girl who'd opened herself up to me despite knowing it wasn't meant to be. I never would have thought that she'd bring a gun to this place and try to take everyone with her. The turn was so unexpected that the smart ones here were frozen. Those who hadn't suspected her weren't moving either. The ones who did
Chiemi, やめろ!
was the most protective among us.
バカ野郎!
And the one who didn't trust anyone. When the first shot was fired, the back shot aimed at the end of the circle was blocked by Takumi-san's body. His large frame absorbed the bullet, bursting apart. Ooh, she's now fully crazy. Past his collapsing body, I saw her face. A beastly smile. A month later, Chikamoshida fired his own gun. The reason why I don't Renpi. Why do you keep saying Renpi? You don't know what that means. You don't know this word. You just invented it. Don't keep saying Renpi. It's not a thing. They don't have gameplay. I mean, it's not really a game. It's a story right now. It's a visual novel. It's a novel. Some of them have gameplay, by the way. This one doesn't, but some of them do. So don't think of it like a game. Think of it as a novel, because it is. A moment later, Chikamochi Kamoshida fired his own gun. I also kinda confused because, I mean, as a viewer, the audience, whatever I'm playing a game with gameplay or not, shouldn't really matter to you because you cannot play the game either way. I mean, it matters because the viewing experience is different, but in the large scheme of things, it shouldn't matter that much, I think. A moment later, Kamoshida fired his own gun. Kanzo Shi was charging towards him with a clenched fist and then shot blew off his face.
次
Beyond the bloody mist they left behind, I saw the eyes of a bird of prey. The next person Chiemi aimed at was Yashitsugu-kun, who was trying to charge at her. That was when Kanzo-san, on the verge of death, landed a punch on Chikamochi as I absent-mindedly watched.
気を不在し、あとは頼む。
I felt like I heard that voice, which snapped me out of my torpor. Kyonosuke, she was the same in that regard. Our eyes met, and then I heard him take Rikako-san and Miko's head while he grabbed Yasunaga-kun by the shoulders. Without even seeing the results of the third shot, we ran straight for the exit. We're closer to the exit than the elder side. We heard another gunshot, but we weren't in a situation to turn around. Rikako-san dropped to the ground, letting out a cry as she did, and I ended up basically dragging her so we could evade our assailants. Kyonosuke, she saw that. His expression changed, and he, still holding Yasunaga-kun's hand, raised his open hand to push my shoulder. I felt like there was a silent understanding between us. Not saying I think he hurriedly let go of Yasunaga-kun and took Rikako-san's hand, while I took Yasunaga-kun, now empty hand. It was an irrational action. However, I probably thought that I had no right to hold her by the hand, a feeling which made it hard for me to run. Kyonosuke, she strangely grasped her and started running. Following his example, I took Meiko under my arm and started running, pulling Yasunaga-kun with me. The young man seemed to be in a stupor. Was it just me, or was the mist even denser than usual? It probably felt that way because I was running, making the lack of visibility way more dangerous. I followed the gravel path and ran up a hill.
もう大丈夫です。自分で走れます。
Hearing that clear voice, I let go of his hand.
どこに逃げればいい？の里屋敷。あそこがここで一番しっかりした建物です。
That made sense. The other two were going there too, so we regrouped and held our ground there. Oh shit. You know, in the previous episodes I said that there is something very attractive about, attractive girl, smiling, covered in blood. That I don't know where it is coming from, but now I'm maybe regretting my words a little bit. Suddenly I heard the laughter coming from the side. It almost makes me freeze, but I held myself together and lowered my head. Another gunshot. I clearly feel the bullets fly past the top of my head.
知恵ねえ、なんで？安永君走れ！
Meiko cried for the first time ever. I had to keep running while closing her mouth. I'd expected Yasunaga-kun to be right behind me, but I couldn't hear his footsteps anymore.
もうやめてよ。
He was probably trying to convince Chiemi.
ずっと好きだったのに。
私はそうでもなかった。
Oof. That hurt. The brief exchange and the gunshot that followed seemed strangely clear.
我慢してくれ、メイコ。
Shit, was this the end of the line for this loop? With Japan being a mostly gun-free society, their power could easily be both overestimated as well as underestimated, making it hard for us to gauge. However, here in a mess where I could barely see anything and be hit at a point-blank range by surprise, I was all too aware. Guns were frighteningly tools that could end a life with a single pull of the trigger. Yeah, emotional damage along with physical damage, lethal damage on both sides. It's too much.
どこかな、春秋さん。
I made it to Yamawaki-san's house, hid behind it, and waited. I had to catch my breath and figure out my best route to the Nasata mansion. A big following this path, I could pass the collapsed construction site and arrive at the mansion. That was the fastest way there, but I wasn't sure it was safe.
出てきたら助けてあげるよ。嘘だけど。
Hearing that cheerful voice, I heard her unlocked door open up. I ran as fast as I could, but she'd cut up easily, probably due to her healthy legs and familiarity with the land. Meiko was trying really hard not to scream, and I was hoping that she could hold it in. Hearing someone enter, I could count it to 5 and snack out. I didn't sense anyone following me. Going down the hill, I passed the plaza and continued walking my way to the Nosato mansion, hoping they missed me. Putting Meiko on my back, I continued sneaking. This was the second time I'd reached the final stage with her by my side. Was it fate or something? Shaking away that question, I went ahead. I kept moving forward. And quickly found out why I was being too naive.
面白い。
There was a person right before the
生
mansion.
きてた時よりだいぶ面白いよ、おっちゃん。
There was a mess that looked vaguely human in front of him. He poked at it with something long and thin, probably a shotgun.
じゃあ次はそこの発散かな。
I didn't know whatever it was because he was a wolf from the crow family, but hiding behind an Okriba wasn't enough to fool him.
あ、背中向けて逃げたらメイコちゃんが弾に当たって先に死んじゃうよ。そんなの発散はしないよね。
He was right.
それよりさ、いっそ向かってくれば？じっちゃんとかおっちゃんみたいにさ。その方が僕は楽しい。
The snappy attitude he'd given us on the latter part of the feast was nowhere to be seen. Faking his behavior to keep up the act just because he was a wolf must have been stressful for him. Right now I was close to him, and I could tell by his expression that he was extremely refreshed. But man, Kinosuke, she seemed to have struggled, probably to let Rikako-san escape. He had guts in him somewhere after all.
りっちゃんみたく背中から撃つのはあんま気分良くないから趣味じゃないな。
Fuck!
メイコは見逃せよ。
そりゃあ難しいな。狼様的には読み人の筆頭みたいな子だし。
Top Yomibito? Hmm?
ま、自分で読みに帰るなら知らないけど。
Was he bound by the cards of the real story? I let Meiko go.
この下の崖を目指して。それで川まで降りるんだ。できる？
Doing that probably meant getting the same ending as last time, but it wasn't impossible that she'd make it. Chiemi wasn't with us. Maybe if the little girl was alone. Whatever the case, it was better than just letting her get shot.
大丈夫。なんとかなるから。
And most importantly, if I died here, all of this would return to nothing. And I'd loop. I'd actually reached the point where when I considered that in my calculations.
行け。
バイバイ。
Bye bye! my stream working just fine. I see that my Twitch chat might be a little bit struggling. I don't know. Alright. As Chikamo Shida began aiming at her again, I felt intense anger and I couldn't understand him at all. Was this how they really were? Or was this caused by the real story? My body moved before my messed up brain, which was something I didn't expect. My instinct to protect children must have taken over. I heard the gunshot, then felt the lead bullets bite into my body. Because of the poor visibility and because of the backshot was small, probably meant for birds, the wound wasn't fatal. Still, the pain assaulting my body felt like I was pierced by a dull dip of a sword. I staggered a bit, then fell to my knees. It hurt. A lot. I didn't feel Meiko behind me. She must have run away without looking back. No idea if that meant anything. It hurt. Fuck, it hurt a lot.
何やってんだよ、ハッサン。あんな子のために死んでどうすんの？ハッサンは僕と遊ぶんだ。ハッサンは僕と遊ぶんだよ。
Ignoring my pain, he just said that.
しょうがないな。やる気がないなら、せめて面白い格好の死体にでも。
約束が違うじゃん、モッチ。
As I heard that voice, I looked up and saw that Chikamo Shiriwa was dead. The wolf that popped out of their mess wielded a blade instead of a gun.
春明さんは私がって言ったのに。
Wow, they're now killing each other. They really don't care. Like, there's something that switches in them when they get to the last part. Or with... Like, at the beginning, I think they are still a little bit more human, but as the day counts... As the day passes, I think they lose more of themselves into the wolf. It was an extremely sharp kitchen knife. It was embedded into the hilt in the other wolf's head. The boy quickly collapsed without saying a word. Chiemi grabbed his weapon, checked the chambers, and clicked her phone. Then she walked up to the boy's corpse.
玉切れじゃん。打ちすぎなんだよ、下手くそモッチ。
And removed the knife from his head. The body jerked for a moment, then lay still. She looked at the weapon, wet with grey matter, then threw it away. I wondered what she'd do next as she took a new weapon out of her sleeve. Just like her entire body was a weapon, I began to question just how well I'd actually known her.
春明さんさ、もう誰もいないよ。
Her eyes are getting crazier and crazier.
二人きりだね。ま、だからなんだって感じだけどさ。
She sounded bored, but I could feel the bloodlust and malice behind her words.
もう言葉も出せない感じ？
なんで？
あ、喋れてる。よかったよかった。
なんでこんなことを。
しょうがないじゃん。しなきゃどうにもなんないんだもん。
僕は君がそんなやつじゃないと思ってた。起きてだか伝説だか知らないけど、それがいくら怖くても最後は抵抗することを選ぶ子だって思ってた。
Yeah, I got that article.
なのに
残念。
She spoke with an unbridled malice.
新内さんの言う通りばっかみたい。みんな神様に踊らされてるだけなのに。ちえみさんはね、ただ単に最初から殺したくて殺したくて殺したくて殺したくて殺したくて殺したくてたまんなかっただけ。そう言ったら里帰りしたのだって殺しがしたくて戻ってきたようなもんだったしさ。
Not sure how much I should believe that.
だから今夢みたいだよ。残念、色男さん。芹沢千恵美はそんな人間でした。女を見る目がなかったね。
But that was just...
春明さんに会った時から思ってたよ。この人を殺したらどうなるかなって。ある意味ようやく夢が叶うんだよ、今。
Maybe she was the serial killer we heard about? I don't know, it's confusing.
ルール違反の私はどうせ今晩汚れでぐちゃぐちゃの死体になる。これは最後のお楽しみって感じかな。じゃあこれで
賭けをしよう。
All my curiosity about the mystery, the fear of the path leading to it, even the pain were all gone. Only pride was left.
10分くれたら僕は必死に逃げる。その後僕を追いかける。逃げ切れば僕の勝ち。君が勝ったらそうだな。
I wanted to set my own rules.
僕は君を愛しながら死んでやろう。
I'll die with love for you. That's an interesting expression.
いいね、素敵。
If this was a meaningless, insane dead end, I would go on and die on my own way. A bit staggering, I could still run if I ignored the pain. Okay. I will die with love for you. That's kinda romantic and kind of messed up. I like this expression. Okay, give me a moment. I'm going to go grab some water because my mouth is dry. Okay, I'm back. Let me see really quickly my streams. Everything seems to be working fine. Alright. What the fuck? Wait, what? I'm just checking something. Give me a moment. Oh. Okay. We can continue. Okay, yeah. Albeit staggering, I could still run if I ignored the pain. Blood was flowing out of all the wounds on my body, so I was probably leaving an easy to follow trail behind me. Even so, I ran uphill towards Kamifujiyoshi. I knew that the path was closed off here. The last loop, Haru-chan had entered the mountain and gotten stuck. The Misty Mountain was a separate realm avoided by the people of Yasumizu. Perhaps like I'd left through Saranaga, I was about to get lost in the mist and die to some monster. Even so, if I brought Chiemi here, I could maybe give a chance for Meiko to escape, and that was good enough for me. If she wasn't coming after me, it was unlikely that she'd go after Meiko instead. Chiemi would be left in the village all by herself to her own insanity. In that case, I figured I had to try running away through here at least once. I'd given up on trying to understand her insanity this time around. Next time. Yeah, I'd think about it next time. I passed the cliff and reached the mountain. The mist was even denser than usual. I looked down and noticed that a lot of the road was covered by a landslide. Earth, sound and collapsed trees made it pretty much impossible to walk past here. I couldn't tell if it was artificial or not that I had the knowledge to investigate and find out. I just followed the path. Then 10 minutes had already passed, so Chiemi must have been tailing me. Whenever I stopped, I felt I could hear the sound of rustling grass in the distance. She was chasing me. From what I could tell, she was actually following the winding mountain path. That was good for me. I wanted her to keep it up. It made this more interesting. Maybe she wasn't really trying to catch me? The distance between us wasn't closing at all. I suddenly became a bit dizzy. There was a largish tree nearby. I sat down next to it so I could catch my breath. My vision suddenly turned dim. I quickly opened my eyes, but I had a bad feeling. Like I had actually been out cold for a decent while. I tried to stand up and realized I couldn't move my limbs properly. I must have lost too much blood. The end was close. My dulled senses told my parts were nearby. I tried finding the path again, but I couldn't for some reason. Apparently my sense of direction, perception and judgment were fading too. Perhaps things would have worked out if I wasn't injured? No. This was a different realm. Though acknowledged by few, the outskirts of the village were the hunting ground for the merciless mountain god, Great Lord Shinnai. The only ones free to move in here
待ちきれなくて降りてきちゃった
were the madmen siding with the mountain god. This was unreasonable, unscientific, superstitious, abnormal. Why was Chiemi up the mountain? I'd always sensed her coming from below. What was that all about?
さあ約束だよ殺すね
I couldn't even say a thing, but I felt like I still had a chance. I rolled down the mountain.
頑張れ頑張れ
The music here is really atmospheric. I really like it right now. Brimming with the joy of the hunt, Chiemi chased after me. A part of me wanted the mountain to just collapse. My path was blocked off by the natural trees, plants, growth in general.
かわいいかわいい
My body was at its limit. Unable to tell whether my vision was turning dim or if its mist was becoming denser. I continued rolling. That's a pretty funny image that he's rolling away from her. I used the last bits of my energy to face her. The wolf was coming. It was close. It would devour both my flesh and soul alike. I'd won the feast, so I hope that the mountain god would at least save my last soul. I've gone through the load of difficult shit thus far, so it wouldn't be unfair to let me have a peaceful ending, right? Yeah, I knew full well that the world wasn't such a kind place. The upcoming death would surely be more painful and desolate than any before. After all, I knew that the one granting me to me was a girl I'd once loved. I didn't want this. I never desired anything like this. Shit! 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 I didn't care if it made me look like a sore loser. I wanted to go out in a way that I would leave a thorn in Chiemi's heart. I thought a lot of meaningless things, but my words escaped me. What? She's still alive? How? The wolf's fang pierced the spider instead of me.
どうして。
That was all I could say, physically and mentally. Why was she alive? Why was she here? Why did she protect me? This question spun in my head, but only the last one found an answer. Of course she would do this. She was a descendant of the Matsu until the very end. Her sense of duty and justice hadn't faded even on the brink of death. She glanced at me, completely denying my assumption. That wasn't it. She was simply obeying her wretched, unwavering heart. After all, I was special to her.
ごめん。
I said another word. Sorry I couldn't stay with Meiko. Sorry I couldn't protect everyone. Sorry I talked a wolf into a gamble that made it impossible for me to look you directly in the eye. That was the last word I would ever say. Even so, my eyes and ears were still active. Thus, I witnessed everything that happened.
邪魔をす
With a maddened scream, the mad woman tried to pull the knife out, but she couldn't. It was probably snagged in her lips, so badly that neither pushing or pulling helped.
るな。芹沢様。
Still using Sama to the very end. Her voice was hard to make out due to all the blood leaving her mouth, but it was calm, gentle even.
あなたの汚れも私が。
Corruption of the mountain. What is it? I still don't understand the corruption.
あんたなんかに何がわかる。安水の黄泉の汚れはどうやったって私を縛る。
Would I remember enough of this to think about what those words meant next time? My failing vision merged into one, and I noticed Rikako's son's hand reach for Chiemi's neck by chance. Will they kiss? That would be pretty hot. Her finger caught on something. It was something on a string, a pendant?
これは。
いや、見ないで。
Chiemi raised the knife, snatched the object back, and held it to her chest to hide it.
芹沢様。
Her voice was then in Spanish. What did you miss? Chiemi catched up to us on the mountain, was about to kill us, but Rikako jumped in to take the blow. Not only that, it was also tinged with heavily with pity.
申し訳ありません。その汚れは私にも引き取れない。
Oh, Chiemi's so much corrupted. I had no idea what those words meant, but they carried the impact of a death blow for the wolf.
知ってた。知ってたし、知ってたもの。神様、神様、神様。殺してやる。どこだ？どこだよ。殺してやるから出てこい。出てこいよ。
She wants to kill God. Now she's talking like a real JRPG protagonist. She's just in the wrong game. With that scream, Chiemi ran off somewhere, into the mist. She probably had no clear direction. Rikako-san collapsed.
ああ、ごめんなさい。春秋様。
Trying to move in her heavy-looking robe, she tried to crawl over to me.
芹沢様も他の皆様も守れなかった。
She wasn't the only one. I thought the exact same thing. I really wanted to say that and go out with a smile, but I could barely even breathe. It was the very last of my power to collapse towards her. I then reached for her hand.
春秋様
Her hand lay over mine. All life left our eyes as we were gradually reduced to mere objects. Even so, her dying hands somehow felt warm.
いずれまた落ちる
Hmm.
時は
When we rise again, does she rise as well? Does she have some kind of looping ability as well, or is she like saying it in general? Let's make a fun. We don't know. She ran away, but we don't know what happened to her. If she's fine.
今度は素直に押します
Yeah. I wanted to respond to those feelings privately. I would destroy all my chances of losing, and I would leave the mess alongside this foolish, pure, lovable woman. Next time, for sure. Raging Lope. Ha! That's a pun. You see, guys, it's not like Raging Lope, it's Raging Lope. Ah, you see, you don't understand. Game over. Bad ending number 19. No, we don't need hidden corner. It just sounds the same. Articles, that's all.
次はもっとうまくやれ。羊が1匹、羊が2匹。
You understand that the game is called Raging Loop, right? And there was just a differently written Raging Loop. I don't even know what a loop means. I have to look it up. Ah! From lupine, as in werewolf. Huh. Didn't know that. Okay, we're looping back. Okay. Where were we last time? In Yomi? We have to... There was a choice to... I think reject the girls or go out with them or something. No, it was an infiltration, right? Yeah. We had this. We unlocked everything here. Ah. Decide arrangement? What kind of keys do we have? I have to look that up. We don't have 2 and 3. We don't have 8 and 9. We don't have 16, 17. Okay, we don't have anything between 16 and 20. And we don't have 8, 9 and 1, 3. Alright. It's like weirdly quiet on the screen. There's no music or anything. So 20 and 3 is still close for us. 16 as well. '20 as well. We got that. Hino's Kalinchik, we got that. Yeah. Okay, now I think we're changing. Okay, decision here. And we also can go back in here to declare the guardian. No, I think I did that actually. I just loaded up the save, so we didn't register, but we'll see. Okay, decision now.
春明様はお優しいのですね。
I couldn't understand what she meant at all, so I thought about it for a few seconds before I would ask.
こんなことを聞いても汚らわしいネアのはしためと
Now we can accept her love, and we'll see what
水をかけ
changes.
ることもされず。ですがその優しさがつらい。いっそ足ざまに罵っていただければ諦めがつこうというもの。芹沢様のお気持ちが今なら理解できます。
Now, we won't give up this time on her. Now we open her doors and persuade. I don't remember to persuade to do what or for what, but I think just to love us or something. We'll see in a second. But first, I actually want to look up just the whole tree of the game, the whole branching tree, so I can have an idea how along into the game we are. I think that would be very helpful to me right now to pace this stream and next episodes better. Raging Club. Tree. We'll see. Is there anywhere like a screenshot of the entire thing? The entire story branch? I don't see I see write-ups, but not. Okay, if we got the band ending number 19, then we have like 6 more bad endings. So yeah, we're actually coming closer to an end than I thought we would be. Of course, those could be really long sections. And I think it wasn't even in order. Like we didn't get hanged, for example, I think. And I see. No. We got that actually. Let me. He's still trying the English family tree Black Souls lore? What are you saying? That sentence doesn't make sense. We have family tree, but it's family tree, but it's Vietnamese. All right. Okay, I think we're like 4, no, 3/3, no, 3/4 of the game through the, like 75% of through the game, I think we are, or through the story. Like looking it up, at least on the number of endings. But like, I would like just story 3. That would be more useful to me, like visualization than just plain text. But no one really took the screenshot. Okay, I think like there is, if we separate it to chapters, I think there are 6 chapters. Okay, because so if we look at the chart, we have like at 5, but there is like a whole branching in the 5th one. Even in the 4th one, there is like a separate line, and then the 6th. So we'll see how it goes. We're not finishing it today, I don't think, but maybe next time, maybe. At least within the next 2 streams. But for now, let's continue. Open the door and proceed. I suddenly opened the door. Yeah, I did it. Of course I would. Of course. Yeah, after that. I didn't want to see that ending again. Rikako-san was crying. Her voice had been clear and composed, so I assumed that she wasn't feeling anything. I was wrong. She was merely hiding it.
戸は開けない約束でしょ。
約束をした時点では守るつもりでしたが、あなたたちが約束を盾に、僕を好き放題悪者にするからあえて破りました。何なんですかその、見苦しい過去設定を並び立てれば、無事嫌われて円満破局みたいな空気感は、藤吉イズムですか？
藤吉イズム。
ぶっちゃけ、ちえみちゃん程度の面倒さの子はいくらでも転がしてきましたから、状況がこうでなきゃ発奮するだけですし、リカコさんみたいなレアキャラは超絶美味しいとしか思えない程度には人間腐ってるんで、諦めてほしいですね。
Look at his eyes right now. Type overdid it a bit.
まああなたがどう思うかは知りませんが、僕は今の話で、あなたをより信頼しましたし、好きになりました。
え
ちえみちゃんにもそう言ってあげたいところですが、それはあなたへの定説にもとりますから、別の手を打ちましょ
う。What, are you going to kiss her?
明日謎理論でしっかり丸め込んで、僕の友人を紹介しましょう。僕より少し頭が腐った変態野郎ですが、気は合いそう。
Okay, Painter, thank you for coming. Bye bye. Kiss for you. More degenerate than you, huh?
いや、待てよ。先生の方がいいかな。もしちえみちゃんがちょいピザ丸ハゲでも気にしないなら、超絶尽くす彼の方が。
春秋様。なんだかよくわからないのですが、なぜこの流れで私を、好きなどと。
言ったでしょ。僕は、ルールは自分で決めたいんですよ。感情だって、他人にルールされたくないですから。みんなが嫌いなものでも、 その気になれば喜んでいただきますとも。だから、僕に嫌われたければ方法を改めてください。あなたから好きだって言ったんですからね。覚悟はしてもらいましょう。バーカバーカ、リカコさんのアホ。
Jesus. Right now she's just unlocked.
死んでる？
Ah, she finally broke.
何ですか？いきなり。あなたはバカですか？
いや、全く。何なんでしょうね。
こっちが聞いてます。
Anyway, enough with the personal grudges.
賭けはまだ有効ってことにしませんか？
The only where we'd win if we survived and could ask the other for whatever we wanted. Ah, thank you for reminding me, Haruaki, it's been a while.
生き残った時、好きなように望めばいいんですから。僕はそれを打ち消すような望みは言わないですよ。
あなたは本当に不思議な人です。多分きっと芹沢様の言う通り、とても悪い方なのでしょう。
I didn't confirm nor deny that.
それでもそう言っていただけて嬉しかった。それだけで私はもう十分です。
Not good enough? Well, maybe. Adult love wasn't solid enough to play out through just jokes and improvisation. Then again, we adults could survive without needing anything fancy. It was a virtue as well as a vice.
明日生き残った時、答えをください。
I like that he said when you survive, not if you survive.
あなたは今晩、狼に殺されるかもしれない。僕とメイコを守るために、自ら正体を明かす賭けをしたから。もしあなたが明日目覚めてこなかったら、僕は結局あなたにこんなことを望む資格なんてなかったと引き下がります。
春秋様。
There, I was now at a key point. This tragedy rang. Heroine wouldn't die today. It would be the most unfortunate Kaori-san. Honestly, I wasn't sure how to feel about that. But I would test it this once.
せめて最後にお慈悲をいただ。
ダメです。僕はそれだけを生きがいにこの夜を越えるんですから。
不謹慎ですが嬉しいです。
Was the imprudent one here? After all, I was making moves on a girl that could die tonight.
それではさようなら。
あ、待った。
まだ何か？
I could finally get to the main matter at hand.
野蛮としての植松里香子さんに一つ協力してほしいことがあります。
What? What did he ask? What a cliffhanger. It was the day after I did the preparatory work. I approached the plaza. I met up with Yoshitsugu-kun, acted surprised when I heard the bad news. Thank you for skipping through it. We don't have to hear all of that again. And once again saw the remains of poor unfortunate Kaori-san. I then listened to the brothers opening up. I saw them find the letter. Noticed that the fingers were placed in the same position as last time. This had to be Chiemi's idea. In this particular timeline, she didn't seem to be anything more than a bloodthirsty madwoman. I felt like she'd been the one who decided that destroying the entire body was the way to go, and what she didn't hesitate to agree. I'd badly underestimated just how warped that boy's personality was. Poor Mamiya-san. I knew she was an enemy, but I couldn't help but feel sympathy for her. Thus began the Feast of the Yomi Porch. A Sengaku presented the scenario set up by the wolves. I turned it around. Everything was about the same as last time. If I didn't change my words, things would go exactly the same way as last time. Of course they would. The people I was talking to were the exact same. Strangely enough, I also said the exact same things without relying much on memories from last time. But maybe it wasn't that strange after all. Though I had memories of the previous loop, I was the exact same person. If I'd somehow lost the memories of the final moments of the loop, I'd definitely be heading for the same ending right now. But in this case, it didn't matter if everything was the same this time. I could just go with the flow and do the same thing as last time. After all, it was already over.
そういう賭けだったんじゃないですかね。残念ながら負けですが。
What's his plan that he decided to do it this way? Just like last time, everyone focused on Chikamochi who had a half smile on his face.
やっぱそれ一方的じゃないかな。ハッサンやりっちゃんが本物だってのも決まってないわけだしさ。
And just like last time, he was bringing up arguments that had already been shot down.
それに香織ママの指だってまだああやって読むのが正しいのかも。
もっち、
And just like last time, Chiemi.
もういいよ。苦しいよ。
じゃあ、
やるとしようよ。
It's less impressive the second time, you know, it's getting predictable, Chiemi. You're not as cool as the second time I saw around. They went and did it. They drew the guns from their sleeves. I'd been wondering why Mochi was in his school uniform this time, and this made me realize it was to hide the gun. The barrels and grips on them both were cut really short, probably for the same purpose. One of them was aimed on our direction, while the other was aimed at Kanzo-san, who was already charging at them. Their intense change paralyzed everyone except him and Takumi-san, who would now make a move and die to the shotgun blast. However, that didn't happen this time. They tampered with the guns this time? Well, combat articles. The guns didn't fire anything. A moment after Chiemi's expression warped with shock, Kanzo-san punched Mochi, while Takumi-san tackled Chiemi. Is it a love confession? Yeah, we had a talk with Rikako, and we devised some kind of plan, but we cut away from the plan. And everything right now is almost the same as the previous ending, but this time their guns didn't work. That's the only difference for now. Her lightweight body was thrown backwards and hit the wall. Takumi-san quickly grabbed the shotgun, aiming at the floor, and pulled the trigger to ignite the shell in the other chamber. Once again, the gun didn't fire. He frowned and opened it up, removed the cartridges and threw them away along with the gun. Kanzo-san handled his situation a different way. He simply pointed Miyochi's gun back at his former master. His face swollen to the punch. He was crouching down and glaring at Kanzo-san. Takumi-san took advantage of her staggering and pushed her down. She couldn't move at all. Things became a bit disorderly as we tied them up, but now it was relatively calm in here.
一体どういうこった？
Those words weren't directed at anyone, but everyone besides me related to him.
こいつはダミーだ。
Kanzo-san said that while looking at the shells from the shotgun he taken from Mochi. Everyone understood what that meant.
間違えたんか。
そんなバカな。
Exactly, there was no way the cartridges she'd checked just yesterday were switched up in a single evening. The only one with an idea what was responsible for this paranormal phenomenon was Rikako-san. Is it paranormal? Last night I'd asked her to catch Chiemi and have a cat fight with her. That gave me the time I needed to go into Chiemi's room and mess with her equipment. Ah, okay. A lot of it depended on luck and I needed a couple loops, but I somehow pulled it off. Couple loops, so it happened by this time a few times to pull it off. And remember guys, every time he loops back to a few days back to the very beginning, so it's kinda crazy that he has the patience to do it all again and again until he succeeds. It wasn't fair in the least, but my life was at risk here. And I actually died, so I didn't really care. Like Grim. Yeah, but something like that. But this time this guy has always all his memories. Everyone continued to talk about how the shells were the place, but since I'd decided to stay quiet, they didn't reach at the conclusion. And when he goes through the loops, he does everything the same, exactly the same, aside from like one minor thing. Grimm often changed between every loop, right? The story changed, the characters changed, he changed, his decisions, but here Haruaki goes through the loops, does 95% the same things and only changes some minor things. Now everyone was left with the harsh truth that these two were wolves who just tried to kill everyone here. Thus everyone began talking about how to handle them. Yasunaga suggested we tie them up and lock them in somewhere. He argued that now that we knew they were the wolves, all we had to do is prevent any further murders, make them unable to move. Kanzo-san was thoroughly against that, suggesting that we instead hang them over today and tomorrow. When asked for his reasoning, he insisted that the wolves had to be hanged, and their argument wasn't going anywhere. Most of Kanzo-san's decisions were influenced by the legend and his own experience, so he didn't have a proper way to deal with a situation this unorthodox. Yasunaga-kun, on the other hand, was bound by conscience and emotions, making Kanzo-san's option unacceptable for him. That left me no choice but to wait in.
ちょっとよろしいですか?
Though everyone, even Kanzo-san, landed on an ear to my words, it took too long for me to get to this point.
牧島さんとしては、とにかく一日一冊のペースを守ることが大事だと思っておいでなんですよね。
うん。
一方で安永くんは正直、ちえみちゃんやモッチーを殺したくない。
そうですね。認めます。ただ、怪奇現象の範囲外で犯人が見つかった以上、法的な解決を目指すべきだと思うわけです。彼らがやったことは許されることじゃないけど、それを僕らが裁いていいわけじゃない。これまではあくまで緊急避難。
Responsible as ever.
彼らが身動き取れなければ危険はないのだから、そのようにして、あとは霧が晴れるのを待つ。晴れなければ、そこで改めて再度の緊急避難が必要という判断を下せばいいんです。
The boss talking sense, but
まず、お二人とも拘束が有効という点に少々認識の問題があると思います。
というと、
このゲームの支配者、神内明神は玄関の錠前を解除できます。とすれば、どんな拘束も解除できると考えるのが妥当じゃないでしょうか。
うん。
それは。
そして、今日と明日に分けてくくる場合、今夜一人分、死人が出ます。狼に勝ち目はありませんが、きっと殺すでしょう。
そんなことはしないよ。
そうだね。無駄だし。
They were so easy to read.
僕は、彼らは殺すと断言しますが、その根拠はね、安永くん。
はい。聞きましょう。
彼らが、とても冷酷な狼だからだ。
I walked up to them.
間宮久子さんのことを思い出してください。彼女は2日目に突然蛇を名乗り、冷静でない様子で振る舞いましたね。それはきっと、芹沢千恵美の指示です。
There was some noise in the room. Chiemi was still hanging her head.
おそらく、蛇を名乗れば安全だ、などと言いくるめたのでしょう。肝臓さんが、蛇の候補もくくるべきだと発言するだろうことも、承知の上でね。事実それで、タエさんという無実の犠牲者を作ることに成功している。そうだね、チェミちゃん。
勝手に思ってれば。
そしてその夜、間宮さんは不可解な死を遂げるわけですが、それもきっとこいつの仕業です。
なんで？
そりゃ、彼女がよそ者だからだよ。信頼できないし、いざという時裏切る可能性が高い。具体的に言えば、彼女は翌朝くくられる公算がかなり高かった。肝臓さんがそう主張していましたからね。同意のないままにおとりをやらされた間宮さんは、相当な不信感と恐怖感を、この二人に対して持っていたでしょうね。
Yeah, that's true. And by killing her by the curse, they kinda made it enabled for people to hang her, so they had to hang someone else, perhaps an innocent one.
そんな彼女ならば、くくられるに際して、他の狼の正体をばらして、道連れにしてもおかしくはない。
Yeah, that's
そう
true.
考えたから、夜のうちに彼女を殺して口封じをしたんだ。
しかし、それじゃあ一晩に一人以上殺してることになる。
No.
ならないね。彼女は汚れを受けて殺されたんだ。狼にも何らかのルールがあって、彼女はそれに違反した。いや、違反させられた。この二人によって。
全部推測じゃん。
もう何でもいいよ。
だから否定してくれって言ってるだろ、二人とも。
面倒だから言うわ。うん、全部そう。春明さんすごいすごい。ヤス君は思ったより脳みそ幸せな人だったんだね。
知恵ね
え。まあ私らにも色々あって、最後まであがかないといけないことになってるからさ。もう質問とかやめてよ。面倒。
知恵見てめえ！
やめてください。気持ちはわかりますが、時間の無駄です。
Hello, Pallat. Good to see you.
狼をやった人間とは、もう、分かり合うことはできないんですよ。
うん。じゃが、どうする？
というわけで、僕の提案ですが、片方は手足を切断し、片方はくくりましょ
う。Oh, that's a brutal one. I like this. This is very logical thing, and this is like a five-head brain move, but yeah, a brutal thing to do.
そうすれば今夜、拘束がなくても出歩けないでしょうから、安全そうです。それでもう一人を明日くくれば、狼は全滅。きっと翌日には霧も晴れ。
おい、不妻子。
はい？
お前、今なんつった？
ですから、拘束がなくても出歩けないし、凶器も持てないように、手足を切断するのがいいでしょうと。
Yeah, yes, he's a psychopath. Tomatoes? What tomatoes, Pallat? What? Hello, Ashley. Welcome. Good to see you here. I mean, Articus, you saw my reaction on Discord. Huh? Sometimes you ask me questions and I'm like, ow! Pallat, why? Sometimes you ask me questions and I'm like, huh? You know the answer. Ah, that one. Right, I had to do it. I don't remember anymore what you wanted me to draw. I have to check that one again. Like, I don't want to stop this stream, but I will try to do it after this stream, alright? But you need... Okay, thank you. You need a way to remind me. Like, you can even message me, if you don't want to join the Discord, you can message me even on Twitch. Just type in what you wanted me to draw so I don't forget. articles, and to answer your question more, I just went ahead and checked the account that made that statement. And that's all. Just to see if that was real. I didn't believe in that statement to begin with, but I just wanted to check if that was a real account of Toro that I could follow, and if it was they were just trolling. Ow! When I say ow, stop it. When I say that you can message me on Twitch, I mean like whisper privately, because I will lose this message. And I might forget about it right now, but if you whisper me privately on Twitch, I will get a notification. Ashley, if you're still here, you seemed like you wanted to say something with this. Did you want to say something? Welcome. Huh? What the hell was with their reaction?
何か問題がありましたか？
お前、本気で近持ちかちえみの手足をもぐって言ってんのか？
はい。それじゃあ不足ですかね。大腿部と肩で切ってしまえば、さすがに張って移動もできないかと。
てめえ、やっぱイカれてるよ。
え？
それは残酷すぎますよ。
え？
相手が狼とはいえ、それはそこまでは。
Yeah, what Hiroaki did was a problem because he remembers them being murderous. They don't really. He has more memories of them being murderous. Okay, bye bye, Articus. Mwah. It's for you. What?
ふさゆきさん、怖い。
Why?
リカコさん、狼の獅子を切断することは、汚れの対象ですか？
それは聞きませんが。
皆さん、これまでに歴史と伝統にのっとって、生きてる人間を縄にかけて処刑してきましたよね。
ですが、しかし。
くくって楽にしてやっておる。
Summon, Articus.
考察はかなり苦しみの強い残酷な処刑方法だって説もありますよ。そうでなくても、多数決で人を処刑するなんて、やられる側からすれば、この上ない絶望と恐怖だと思いますし、それに、狼は、あんな残酷な殺し方をしてるのに。皆さんは、随分、良識的なんですね。いや、それはいいことなのかな。人間らしさ？ああ、なるほど。
They all fell silent, but even I could understand that there was something within them that made them averse to my idea.
じゃあ、四肢を骨折させましょうか。粉砕骨折させれば効果は一緒ですから。あるいは明日くらいにちょうど死ぬ程度に、野里先生に毒を処方してもらうとか。
いい加減にしたまえ！そんな乱雑な処置で命の保証はできん。痛みのショックで死ぬこともあるぞ。それに医者の端くれとして毒など処方できるか。我々は狼とは違うのだよ。
なるほど。なるほど。わかりました。ちょっといろいろ誤解してたみたいです。じゃあ、どうしましょうね。今日誰かが死んじゃいますね。
This was such a pain. Why did they argue against my suggestion if they had none of their own?
どうしても必要なら私がすべきことをします。
いや、わしがやる。
じじいと女が無理してんじゃねえ。
僕らはそんなことしちゃいけない。
ああ、やめろ。まだ考える時間はある。
わかった。もういい。私、今から死ぬからさ。その前に、モッチくくれば。それで誰も、汚れはなしでしょ。
わーお、最後まで冴えてんね。
今度は何を企んでるの？
手足をもがれるのは嫌だよ。
Even wolves were afraid of some things, huh? Yeah, I guess so.
そんじゃま
That's painful
あっち
and
でハルちゃんに
pointless
は
if
謝
they
っ
were
とく
going
よ
to die anyway.
お前はハルちゃんと同じところには行けないよ。
どっかなりっちゃん。
くくった方は救われる。狼に殺されれば救われない。
逆にする？
どっちでもいいよ。
いい。どうせ死んだら終わりだ。それなら僕がお前を殺す。どうしてこんな。
どうしても？
なんだよそれ。
よくはわかんないんだけどね。なんとなくどうしようもなかった気がするんだよね。
I wonder why. What's going on here? There's so much stuff that we do not understand. Like we're just walking, like we always see the glimpse of the answer, but never getting it at this point. And and it's been like that from the beginning of the game.
ごめんね、やっすん。それだけは本当だ。ごめんね。
落ちなかれ。
Asunega-kun pushed him forward. A moment later, the rope went out. It shook for a moment, then slowly swayed back and forth, and finally stopped completely. Asunega-kun cut the rope. From the mist below, I heard the sound of something soft collapsing, then hitting the shallow water below.
次だ。ちえみ。
はいはい。
これでは間接的に我々が殺しているようなものではないかね。
さあ、新内さんとやらが判断するんじゃないですか。
お前、そうやってそのまま死ぬつもりか、ちえみ。
だってそういうやつだし、私。みんな知ってたでしょ？私が上藤吉の悪ガキどもを殺しかけた時にそういう人間だってさ。まあその後できるだけ良い子のふりしてたけどさ、まんまと騙されてお疲れ。モッチーはああいう性格なのを私が操縦していろいろやってもらった感があるし、怒んないであげて。私が全部悪いで問題ないよ。だから好きに憎んで、みんな。リカ子さんおめでとう。障害を乗り越えて無事なんとかなりそうじゃん。
読み意味の宴はそういうものではありません。
Are we about to win our first feast? I wonder why we will look then.
山と共に生きる我らが負った業を未来永劫背負い供養し続ける。私はその業を引き取るだけ。
じゃあまた生まれ変わったら今度こそ殺しに行くから。雲の末裔だかなんだか知らないけど、ご大層な教えを語り継ぐための子孫でも作って待ってれば。
That's a kind of cool promise. Have some descendant, and I will then come back and kill you.
そのようにバルブラズとも。
うるさいな、今から殺すぞ。嘘嘘。じゃあね。
ちえみ、
何？
神様って何？
Her pupils instantly shrank.
やっぱり一番怖いのはあなただよ、春秋さん。よかった。ありがとう。みんなありがとう。自殺させてくれて。
That's a sentence you don't hear often. She took 3 steps back.
手 しもがれるかもって思った時、ほんと心底怖かったよ。本当に怖かったよ。春秋さん、一緒に狼だったらよかったのに。
Maybe next loop?
僕は、ごめんだよ。
またね。
She turned around and ran, as fast as possible, into the mist, and jumped. Rice note.
帰ってますね。
I alone turned around.
まだ、お前、
I didn't want to hear it. She's probably fallen into the world different from ours and got into the impression I wouldn't hear a sound. I didn't want to listen to the echoing silence. We then went on to clean up Kaori-san's body. After spacing out a bit, we all cut up some veggies and ate them uncooked. It was hard to make a fire in the mist, and as people of Fujiyoshi, no one felt like using fires other than the one in the watering hole, and everyone was averse to using the dining hall. Does everyone went to sleep? No. For the first time since the feast began, none of us could sleep. Morning came without us getting any rest. And the mist was gone. No one had died, of course. Everything was as the legend said. With the Yomotsu Okami gone, peace and going back to the human village. However, it was hard to celebrate it. Yudai Hashimoto, the Yamawaki-san, Sakuramiya, Haru Makishima, the old man who cried out, Kaori Orbie, Kamoshida, and Chiemi Serizawa. A whole 8 people died, even if 2 of them were outsiders. The settlement had suffered great losses. Everyone had an aversion to using fire to dispose of any remaining objects that carried signs of murder, so it was decided that they would be buried. The tatami, the floorboards, the futon, all of it. We all ended up making a new gravestones for those we had lost. Rikako-san had told us that the graveyard near the hanging pine was full of the festival's victim, so there was nothing under the stones.
それじゃあ、今はお亡くなりに？
はい。大往生でした。
Those who had died normally would be burned at the crematorium in Kamifujiyoshi, run by the Higuchi, then buried here. Those who didn't would be thrown into Saranaga and simply vanish. Making sure no one saw me, I went down to Saranaga. There was nothing. No corpses or belongings. Just like last time, Saranaga was just a thin, shallow stream. However, I did find one thing. It was a pendant with the Yomotsu Okami symbol on it. What was this? Was someone wearing it? What did it mean for someone in Fujiyoshi to wear something like this? I think it was Chiemi that wore it, because Rikako pointed it out last look when we were dying, that she was wearing a pendant or something. And also it's on the cover art. Chiemi, I think, grabbing it. At this point I didn't feel like investigating it anymore. Was it strange? No. I feel like that was just how things were. Days passed of us working on this and that. We somehow survived thanks to the food from the fields and rights. As we were finishing up our work, help finally arrived. Kamifujiyoshi summoned people to remove the landslide blocking the road, and now they finally made it.
大丈夫でしたか皆さん。
It's been a while since I saw Shoji Higuchi. He looked as friendly as always.
庄司、どうして今まで？
我々としても作業は進めたかったんだが、どうにも。不可解な事故が多発してね、霧が晴れてからようやく進めたのさ。それで、皆さんご無事で？
No one answered. Fujishi began looking sympathetic and started giving some orders to his people. There's no need to say it, he knows what happened here. If he didn't plan it, he just knows. Eventually, we were brought to Kamifujishi and we were made to spend a few days like refugees in some community center. Apparently, this was temporary. The village had said they needed time to clean up Yasumizu after the disaster. I really appreciate the 3 daily meals they gave us from nearby watering hole, and sleeping in a place without any mist at all was pleasant. The food was strangely fancy, and the people bringing it seemed somewhat humble. They always looked down on the people of Yasumizu, but now that we'd stopped the Yomi invasion, they actually revered us. That was just a guess though, and I was still locked up in here with nothing to do. One day I actually got to see the officer. It actually felt kinda nostalgic at this point.
おお、生きとったか。何よりだ。これ、お前のだろ。邪魔くさいからとっとと引き取らんか。
My bike. The weeks of exposure to the elements had left it looking really shabby. I had nothing better to do, so I decided to clean it.
そろそろ復旧も終わりますから、皆さん休みずに戻っていただけます。夫妻子さんも、それで気分転換に遠出でもされたらいかがです？
I actually wanted to return to Yasumizu though. When I told Takumi-san that I'd take Maiko to the police once everything was settled, and in return, he told me that I didn't have to. Rikako-san said she'd help him work the fields and he'd accepted it. Kanzo-san fixed his rifle and began hunting again. Yasunaga-kun resumed going to school. Yoshitsugu-kun moved to the dorm and said he'd start going to school again, too, joining his brother. Hinosuke would, as planned, become part-time doctor at Kamifujiyoshi's clinic. All ends well. That's how the saying was going? Never mind. A good ending, truly. And nothing ever bad happened again. And this is a true ending for sure. When Kanzo-san returned from our shelter, Hinosuke actually looked after him like a proper doctor, which was some impressive character development. Anyway, since it all seemed to be fine here, Takumi-san told me that I didn't have to return.
実のところは、お前にはいくつもやってもらいたいことがあんだけどよ。お前、よそに居場所あんだろ。だから、これっきり戻ってこなくても、まあ仕方ねえと思ってるよ。ただ、お前を待ってる女がいいんだからな。それと一緒に延々畑作ってんのもバカらしいぜ、ほらよ。
すぐ帰ってきます。いろいろ片付けたらすぐに。
What business? Killing more people? Haruwaki? Are you the serial killer? What are you? Who are you? I still don't know, and I will someday. I did consider returning to the life I had, but I figured I should stay here instead.
まあ、達者にな。はい、あんたの番。
She was hiding behind that tree. With her pale skin turning rosy, she meekly walked up to me.
メイコ、達者に。
Hey, what about me?
お姉ちゃん、違うでしょ。ふさゆきさんでしょ。
Even she understood it. How precious of her.
春明様、どうかお元気で。
Just fucking kiss him. I'd assumed that the fact she wasn't treating like our final meeting was a step forward. But no, I wouldn't let it fly. I didn't survive just to say goodbye to you.
そんな薄っぺらな言葉じゃ許せないな。
たまには遊びに来てください。
She sure was persistent.
そういうのを往生際が悪いって言うんですよ、リカコさん。名前だって呼び合えるようになったんです。もう一歩素直になってくれたら、僕はとても嬉しくなって一つ大きな決断をできそうだ。
Ooh, something big. Hand holding, perhaps? There were a lot of things I wanted to give to her and take from her. I was sure I'd find happiness if we made proper exchanges. After all, that was the sole light I'd ever seen in that dreadful mess. I wouldn't give up on it, no matter what.
春明様。
Sama still.
何でしょ
寂しいですから。
Yes, you'd been lonely your whole life.
好きですから。
Yes, you weren't even allowed to love anyone.
五章ですから。
Yes, for the first time ever you've sought your own happiness.
戻ってきてください。
Kiss? I couldn't control myself.
うわ、見せつけやがる。
Kissy! Let's go! Kiss! Can we see it? I let go, and she looked up at me with angry eyes. She became a lot more expressive, and I found it nothing but, if not lovable. I would live out the rest of my life with her. This journey brought me to something unexpected, and led to a really happy ending.
約束します。全部、向こうのことは片付けて、今度こそ、ここに戻ってきます。
I'm disappointed we didn't get to see the kiss. There was no CG for that.
はい。
その時は、僕が大事なことを言う番だ。
He will admit that he's a serial killer.
信じて待っております。
And looping back to the beginning, right? Borrowing the Higuchi help, I got everything I needed, secured Meiko behind me with a children's belt, and left Fujiyoshi. Upon arriving at the closest city, I presented her as a lost child. They asked me questions, of course. I omitted some things, but didn't lie at all. They thought I seemed shady, but I was able to prove my identity, and they let me off.
Bye bye, Fusayuki-san.
She waved, all smiles. She still couldn't get my name right. This reminded me that nothing that happened in Yasumizu had drawn police attention. I had no idea who'd done or didn't do what to make it turn out like that, but I didn't care anymore. It was just the way it was. What was up with the looping business anyway? Was killing the wolves the condition for ending the loop? If that was the case, then it was caused by something that wanted the wolves to lose no matter what. No other explanation fit. Who would that be though? Great Lord Shinnai? That fit the story, but it often seemed like he didn't even have a horse in this race. Also, if his only way to help the humans was to give out the guardians and send me, then he was a seriously bothersome god. Would I go back in time if I died now? Oh, don't ask this question. I didn't even care to try, not to mention that situation in which you could easily die were the abnormal ones. I wonder. I mean, not really. You can die from thousands of things every day. We avoid it somehow, I don't know how, but it's surprisingly easy to die. Elsa had actually left the village this time. This made the current situation different than any so far, and it was best to assume I wouldn't look again. It was probably just the way it was. I stayed in that city for a while and contacted certain people, telling them that I would now be farmer in a remote village. That got me in some serious trouble, but Yasumizu got no service anyway, so it wasn't like they could do anything about it. I'd cut ties with my previous life in 3 days, then entered a jeweler store and brought the ring with the nicest design. It had gems as red as her eyes, covered in gems as clean as her hair. It wasn't particularly expensive, but I felt it suited her better than any of the other. Then, just as I'd promised, I returned to Fujiyoshi. I went to the officer, talked to Higuchi-san, passed the mountain path, arrived at the Yasumizu to find everyone dead, and saw something I couldn't believe. Why? Why? Was everyone dead? Haha, I called it. Why was Yasunaga Oribe dead? He'd survived after saying goodbye to his best friend and the girl that was like sister to him, hadn't he? Why was Yoshitsugu Oribe dead? He'd made it through his mother's death, found common ground with his brother, and has his whole life ahead of him. Didn't he? Why was Kanzo Makishima dead? He'd lost his granddaughter, protected Yasumizu, and was about to live out his twilight years in peace, wasn't he? Why was Takumi Muro dead? The likable guy had discarded his inner discord, believed in himself, and helped bring us to victory, hadn't he? Why were all of their heads split open? It was supposed to be over. We'd ended it all. That's how it was supposed to be, right? I begged. Hoped that someone was still alive. If no one was, what would have been the point of those sacrifices? Oh, someone is alive. Found one. A survivor. He was covered in blood, and he held an axe covered in blood and grey matter. Ah, so you did it? No, wow, that's a mighty laugh there, Mr. Tosan. Oh, shit. He became the old man that cried wolf. I then went on to murder him. Of course, our serial killer, Haruaki. It comes so easy to him after all. No one of the support beams in the hall I found him in was her body hanging helplessly. Oh shit. This is... Oh. What the hell? What was all this? Why had I thought that I had it all in the bag? Everything was dead. Everything was lost. And I hadn't reached an end yet.
しないさんのお守りは
The outside was shrouded in mist.
日がちふましらみガラスよ雲
As though led by something.
湯切り立てば宴のしたくいついつ無事なもなれもて走る
Went down the barren hill.
あやしよみびとけがらえり
嬉しい。私に会いに来てくれた？
She's alive. What a bitch.
あやしよみびとな
Or is she? Wait.
せん
Was it his imagination or something just?
逃げられると思うたか？落ちよ。落ちて、落ちて。
Okay,
ま
that's
た落ち直せ。
possessed Haru's voice.
くくれやひとひにひいとり
Did they fuck up by letting Chiemi kill herself? Because one day per day, one life per day. I threw myself into Saraganaga's mess.
ダメ。春秋様。
I felt like I could hear her voice. Rikako-san, I couldn't fulfill my promise. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't cry for me. I couldn't make you happy. Ooh, is she alive again? She just keeps doing that. she keeps dying and then rebirthing too, but within a loop. I couldn't do anything to help you feel more normal, normal happiness. I couldn't dispel the darkness of Fujiyoshi, and I couldn't even get close to the core of the mystery surrounding it. How? What could have I done here? I needed a new path. I had to find the one that could lead me to the truth. Oh, that's an ending with credits. That's a solid ending. Another one. I think the second one with credits. It's hard for me to even summarize my thoughts because everything is so clear that I don't even know what to summarize. Like, I don't know anything still. Okay, I will just check. Paradisical Babylon. Oh, what is it? Raising loop. Okay, we got 16 from this ending. Ending number 2. Watch hint corner? No. Okay, well, let's see if the beginning changes somewhat now with those memories. Let's see. Remember? Do we remember more now? Yeah, it's all the same. So we can just go to the chart. And I guess we will start back with filtration, but let's go to wits for now. Okay, quickly. Do we have minute 20 with the past time. So I'm guessing this leads to the true ending or something. Nothing here we can unlock. Not here. We got 15. Yeah, no. This... The entire... Aside from... voting? I think we can try this, but... I think here everything is done aside from the one that we need. The key number 20. Where was it? No, not here, I guess. No? I swear I was here just a second ago. Yeah, here. So I guess we go back to the infiltration and I think we have like 16 now. We don't have 20 or detailed. So maybe this, no, this probably leads to the true ending. Yeah, decide arrangement. What arrangement were there? Let me just quickly see if I'm here. I don't remember, yeah, if I saw those. Jesus, this goes so slowly. If I saw those endings here. Those we saw for sure. I'm not sure about this voting. I guess vote for... What did we vote on the first time? Vote for the wolf guy, I guess. I mean, I think we voted for Rikako. Just to manipulate the votes. I don't remember. Let's skip it. We saw all of it for sure. So this is all the... Okay, no. We're actually doing the same thing as previously. Vote for Rikako then. The opening order was essentially my creed. That's because I believe it was no more logical to trust only myself and take responsibility for other outcome over bearing the risk of trusting others. When it came back to the rule, it was trusting Rikako as openly as I had for so far. That was exception for me. It made more sense to doubt her. And so, I said it.
リカコさんの方が信じられるとは現時点では言えない。
I think it's going to be a boring ending, just we die or something.
今日取れ。
待ってください。この二人のどちらが正しいかは今日の加護を使って調べますから。今日は待ってください。
We might learn some, okay, to get a hint or something.
じゃあ誰殺すんだよ。あ？俺
殺す気か？
春秋、嘘でしょ？いいのです。
リカコさんいけない。
君、何を？リカコさんは一体何をやろうとして？
自己犠牲精神なんていらない。
いいのです。皆様がおっしゃる通り。
I'm going to be speaking through this because it's just an additional ending.
私は退場することで
リカコさん、
不採し
Takumi-san shouted louder than ever before, shutting me up.
お前がその女を助けたかったなら、その女を信じなきゃダメだった。お前がそうできなかった時点で、その女が助かることはなくなった。
そんな。
お前がそう言わないってことは、その女が生きてることが人の勝利に必ずしも、少なくともお前は、そう確信していない。それを否定できなかった時点で、お前の選択は済んじまってるんだよ。あとは男らしく決着しろ。
Damn it. I've never been more resentful of my dad's head to my rules than I was now.
上松リカコさんをくくることを提案する。
はい。
Rikako-san smiled. Why couldn't I just trust her?
縄はいりません。
You're just jumping. Okay.
植松として藤吉の意味と汚れの森人として恥じるところない最後を自らなしてご覧に入れます。
Rikako-san led her own funeral procession. Fasener's voice, she sang prayer to Shinmei. She bowed to the Okiba along the way as she recited prayers and sutras. No one rebuked her, for they all understood her actions were the manifestation of her faith. For she was right. And then we reached the cliff at the hanging pine overlooking the misty Saranaga. Rikako-san turned away from us, faced the cliff and chanted sutras.
衆上具部大三霊映写官位大号へ 時間を重たい5年ナムしない大権限
Oh, it was worth maybe seeing this ending for this little song or prayer. Her words were directed at no one. They merely faded into the mist. She clapped her hands, held them over her head, and bowed. It was similar to Yasumi's bow, but felt more right than that. Rikako-san looked back
さようなら
and spoke only those words. She paid no heed to the only voice that called out to her. Her black sleeves fluttered, and she threw herself into the mist. After several seconds, we heard a crunching noise from down below. This time we heard the noise. I'm sure there's a significance to when we hear the noise and when we don't, when someone is thrown into Saranaga.
聞いちゃダメ
Chiemi covered Maiko's ear. The little girl started to cry.
お前があんなことを言うから。いや、違う。それもこれも。なんだ。なぜ、私たちは、こんなことに。
He left while muttering to himself.
野里さん。
ほっといてやれ。あいつもあれで男だ。女が死ねば思うところもあるさ。みんな帰るぞ。
He returned to the dining hall, but all of us were caught up in depression. There were barely anyone who wasn't feeling the loss of Tae-san, Haru-chan, and Rikako-san in a way. Aside from him. Yes. We didn't know if we could expect all that much from him as the spider. Meiko had cried herself to sleep and had been left in her place, while Kinosuke had returned to his mansion. Takumi-san and Kanzo-san were busy cleaning up Haru-chan. Aside from them, everyone else was here.
元気が出るものを作らなきゃね
And this time we're going to die because we'll get poisoned and Rikako won't be here to save us. Okay, I'm just not reading it, nothing really interesting.
Haruaki-sama お話を
The woman who always wanted to talk was gone. Before long, Kaori-san had finished making the food. Takumi-san and Kanzo-san returned from the cleanup and we finally had our first meal of the day.
今日は気疲れしたでしょ
ありがとうございます。
The fact that I checked my bowl for something green made me realize how yeah. Yeah, you're eating and now you die. It's all the same as previously.
不採取不採取
Yes, in a few minutes you die and... Yeah, and they will blame Kaori. And now we just die. Hey, Rikako-san, this is a horrible thing to ask, but you didn't happen to know, would you, how to get rid of the poison, yeah? Or would they get past this? Yeah, she would. Just before my consciousness faded into the mist, I saw a hallucination of Rikako-san looking down on me with a sad smile. Okay, it was just a boring, quick ending, but we'll at least get to hear Rikako sing. No.
そういう
Okay, that was all. So, we finished one ending, one major ending for today, and I planned on going for longer, but I feel it's kind of awkward to start another major route right now. So I will leave that for another stream, and I think I will try to stream then until we reach the end of that route, or at least like a good stopping point. So I will try to finish this game in the next 2 streams or so, this story or rather this novel. So yeah, I will be ending for today. Thank you for everyone that tuned in, just passing through or lurked. I really appreciate that. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming on Thursday. Yes, Thursday with Vi or V, Valkyrie VTuber, and we'll be doing world building, creating a monster. We had to cancel it a couple of weeks ago, but now I think everything should come to pass. Aside from that, I'm not sure. I will put a schedule later today. But I think we'll also be finishing up Fear and Hunger with the last endings. And yeah, we'll see. Just keep an eye out for the schedule. Okay, bye bye. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Let me just save, I guess. Actually, I should go into the ending we want. Yes, this. The side arrangement. Who sleeps where?
興味深いわね。
So I will switch
思い
with
っきり
the big
神道
guy.
的な発想だけど、どういう由来で伝わったのかしら。
First one should. Or yes. The game saved. So again, thank you guys for watching and see you again in 2 days. Bye bye. Kisses for you and Oyasumon. Oyasumon.